Hello and welcome to another video where I show you everything you need to know about the Electric Eye Audio Swedish steel. Disclaimer, this is not the greatest pedal in the world. This is just a tribute. The Swedish steel was built by Electric Eye Audio. They are located in the United States and most famous for their Mud Killer, which is basically the ultimate tube screamer. And this one is proclaimed as the ultimate chainsaw. Well, that's interesting. You got my attention, dude. So we have a typical rather big black metal housing with some nice artwork. We have a skull, we have horns, we have bones, we have blades. So there is something for everybody. Then we have 7 control knobs and a mini switch. We have level control, then we have a 3-band EQ, bass, middle, treble. Then we have our gain control, which is orange. That's cool. And then we have a tight boost section. Here is the boost and here is the tight section, and we can turn it on or off. Let's find out what those knobs actually do. I've set everything to max except gain, and I let the tight boost section deactivated. So as you might see, the LED is bright and it's blue. I hope this is just a mistake because it has to be orange, because everything else is orange. So we have a nearly identical bass peak. It's a bit higher though on the Swedish steel. Then we have the mid gap that looks identical as well. And then we have our high boost. Here we have the 2 high peaks. And here we have, well, 1. And it seems to be a bit higher, although not really, it's really subtle. Minus 41 dB and we have minus 45 dB. So we have, well, a couple dBs more. Let's see what those control knobs do. Bass is for the bass. What a surprise. Now middle. In the manual it states that middle is for the 500 Hz region, and I can clearly see this, although I would say it's centered more around the 700. Okay, and treble is for the chainsaw peak. Okay, now you can see what mid actually does. Mid is, oh, it's even centered higher, it's at 950. Okay, when we crank gain, adds a bit of high frequencies. Okay, so now let's activate tight boost. The bass is significantly lower, but nothing else is happening. And when we decrease boost, okay, it decreases volume until it goes almost totally off. Okay, so let's leave it full. And now tight. In the manual, tight is for the low end gain or low end pre-distortion or something like that. So let's add it. And it actually tightens the low peak. That's no surprise actually. Okay, so since there are no internal trim ports and I've, well, basically tried everything, let's hear how this pedal actually compares to the HM-2 made in Japan. I think Electric Eye Audio did a great job on the Swedish steel. Is it the ultimate HM2 pedal? I doubt it. But it has some really cool improvements that I think have to be improved on the HM2 or have to expand it feature-wise. For instance, I like the 3-band control. You get some unique tones out of it if you want to. And I especially like the tight boost control because you can, well, make your HM2 sound tight. However, especially on extreme settings, I find that it's too tight, but that's a matter of personal preference or personal taste. So that's just me. Sound-wise, it sounds different to the HM2, not as different as I thought it would. But it's different. You can clearly hear the 5 dB more on the high frequencies. But I'm really sure you can dial it back by tweaking the mid and the high controls. And so, but that's totally okay. In front of the clean amp and in front of the driven amp, I like this other sound it has, especially in front of the clean amp. It's much more usable, in my opinion. When you add the boost and zero the tight, it's a cool tone. And normally I don't like HM2s in front of clean amps. In front of the driven amp, both pedals sound equally good. I can see using the Swedish steel at your main chainsaw sound and the HM2 as your support sound, or maybe one guitar player uses this, the other one the HM2, so that's cool. In front of the fully distorted amp, I sometimes found the Swedish steel a bit too extreme, but yet again, that's just my opinion. So with this said, little spoiler alert here, next Wednesday I'll release another video and where I focus more on the tight function on the Swedish steel and find out if you can actually make a tight HM2 sound in depth. So be sure to watch out on Wednesday. And with this said, today's question: what do you think? Write it down below in the comment section. And if you want to support this channel, check out the links in the description. And with this said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. May the force be with you and have a nice day.